What's up, guys? Katie Pruitt here.
Paisley Fields here.
Hey everybody, it's Waylon Payne.
Patrick Haggerty from Lavender Country.
I'm Cindy Emsch. I'm a queer country musician.
Publications like Country Queer shine a light on queer artists like me in the South.
They've been probably one of the staunchest supporters of me since this album came out.
They are an important part of the queer country scene, and I've also discovered a lot of my favorite new artists through them.
It really helps us queer musicians out here feel like we've got a community and someone's got our back.
Country Queer is setting the standard for challenging America's notions about what country music is supposed to be.
Hi, I'm Dale Henry Geist, founder of Country Queer. I'm very excited and nervous about this evening's stuff. This is really only my second time doing it. Last night was the first time, but we have a super exciting show, and I'm fairly sure I can pull this off. Happy Pride to everyone. Really, before we get into it, I just kind of want to acknowledge this community that we're building, and I want to thank you guys for showing up. It's super meaningful, to me personally, but we're showing up for each other, and I want to acknowledge that. That's an extremely cool thing. So, welcome to Taking Flight, show number 2. It's going to be amazing. We've got performances tonight by Mia Byrne, Dorje the Singing Shaman, Jaime Wyatt, and Aaron Lee Tasjan. And if you're familiar with those artists, you know how amazing they are. And if you're not familiar, well, you'll find out how amazing they are. Last night's show, which was archived, was also extremely. Okay, I don't want to hype it, but it was great. We started with Adeem, the artist, and we had Chris Matthews and Heather May. And we ended up with the wonderful Mary Gaucher and Jamie Harris doing their thing from their living room. So it was a really special night, and I'm certain that we're in for another really special night. So before we get started, so one of the things I should warn you about is that you realize this is a crowdfunding effort. This thing right here is because there's a little gnat, and if I'm lucky, I'll get them. So I'm gonna be doing this pitch about why it's important for you to join Country Queer and to become part of this. So you'll be getting a little bit of that mixed in with the entertainment, but I'm going to try to make that entertaining as well. Before we get into that, I'd love to hear from a friend of mine, Paisley Fields.
Hey everybody, Paisley Fields here. Country Queer is one of my favorite music publications on the internet. And I'm not just saying that because they've written a bunch of nice stuff about me. They are an important part of the queer country scene, and I've also discovered a lot of my favorite new artists through them. They could use your help now, so buy their merch, support them on Patreon. Let's keep it going, and let's keep Country Queer.
Okay, thank you, Paisley. And here comes the pitch. He winds up. So what we know, right? We all of us here have experienced the fact that the culture of country music is very conservative. That there are gatekeepers that for a century have shut out Black, queer, indigenous people of color from being represented in country music culture. And it has also prevented fans from seeing themselves represented and feeling like they're part of the culture. Queer folks can go to a festival and not be sure that they're comfortable and not be sure that they're welcome. But this is our music, and we deserve it. It's joy. It brings us everything that music can bring us, right? So at Country Queer, our mission is to create a space to lift up LGBTQ artists and to acknowledge all the voices, all the queer voices that are in country music and that make country music and that love country music. That's what our mission is. We think that by doing this, we can actually affect a change in the culture of country music to be more inclusive. So that's the goal. And in fact, I'm constantly amazed and pleased by what we've managed to accomplish so far. We've, beyond all expectations, managed to cover more than 300 queer artists in the pages of Country Queer. We've got some 4,500 followers on Twitter, including some names, that can make a difference in Nashville. So I think we've done pretty good. The thing is, we've done this is virtually all on volunteer labor. And that's just not sustainable. In order to be able to continue our mission and fulfill our mission, we need to be able to pay contributors. We need to be able to evolve, transition into a real media organization, that can take in money and distribute money and, be a real influence. So that's what we're here for, and that's why we're calling it Taking Flight. We're sort of going from the nest. We're standing on the precipice, and we think we can do this. And I feel like I personally am, teetering on the edge here. We're about to jump, and I want to hold hands and jump together. So your support is really vital in this, and I know that you'll make this fly. So let me talk just for a minute about what you can expect when you become a member of Country Queer. So there's tangible stuff. As you may know, we have actually some pretty sweet merch, and I'm going to show some of it to you right now. So we have these cool bumper stickers. You'll get a bumper sticker. Everybody that becomes a member will get a bumper sticker. These are high quality vinyl, kind of a matte finish, designed by my friends. Take out of their plastic. Here we go. Copper pin right here. These things are so freaking hip because they look like a button on some jeans or something like that. And you should get one. You get one of those at the second tier of membership right away. Should you go higher than the second tier, you will find yourself an owner of one of these hats or one of these hats, your call. Or very quickly, let me see if I can do this. Hang on. Okay, one of these tank tops, there we go, as modeled by the lovely Ellie Perleberg, whose quote you heard. We have also another color of tank top as modeled by the lovely Jack Nathan Harding. And we also have t-shirts. You can get a t-shirt too. And let me go back to my face because I'm sure that's what you were waiting for. So all of these cool things can be yours. And if you sign up today, you get a patch. And I gotta tell you, like, anybody here own one of these? These are like the cleanest, clearest, coolest, best executed patches that I've ever seen. They're just awesome, and it can be yours at no extra charge if you sign up today. So there's 2 ways to join Country Queer, and they're right there. One of them is Patreon. The Patreon way will be a recurring monthly membership, and the other way here is PayPal, and the PayPal is going to be a discount, a yearly membership that's discounted by 16%, and that's actually not on a recurring payment, since I don't know how to do that right now, but we'll figure it out. So choose one of these 2 things and go there, right now. Why not? But let me tell you a little bit about the tiers and the benefits, okay? So there are 3 different tiers plus a secret tier of membership. And so I've done this as if we're in a band because I just thought that was cool. If you're in part of the rhythm section, that's gonna be $6 a month on Patreon, or $60 a year on PayPal. You get yourself immediate membership in a righteous community. I'm talking about this one right here. You will get an ad-free web experience starting later this summer. And you'll get one of those bumper stickers that I showed you, and 10% off on all of our merch. If you are a soloist, to become a soloist, that's $12 a month on Patreon, or $120 a year on PayPal. You'll get all of the things from being in the rhythm section, plus 15% off of all merch. You will get premium content such as celebrity coverage and interviews 1 week before publication. Again, that's going to be later this summer. You'll get unedited interviews. So when we do an interview with people like Brandy Clark or Orville Peck, whom we have featured on our website, you'll get the whole unedited deal. Oh, actually, Aaron Lee Tasjan has an interview, so you get the whole thing before it's cut down. And then once per episode, we're going to pick a question to answer on our podcast. Plus, you get the cool copper pin. Now, if you pony up to be a band leader at the bargain rate of $24 a month on Patreon or $240 a year on PayPal, you get all of that stuff plus 20% off of all of our merch, which, as you might know, is extremely cool stuff. Plus, you get your name on our wall of fame on the website, and you'll get a podcast shout out. We're going to do one of those per episode, thanking you for your wonderful support. And you get your choice of one of these hats, a t-shirt, which I didn't show you, or a tank top, which I did show you. Plus, once a month, we're going to do a drawing for one of these embroidered shirts, such as the one that I'm wearing. And let me show you that right now. There's this, right? You can kind of see this. This is a vintage shirt that, bald spot, is going to be, it was created by Jukebox Mama of Nashville, who makes custom outfits for Jaime Wyatt, among others. And if you know Jaime Wyatt, you know she's sharp. So let me hold up one of these. So these are all one of a kind, essentially. There's 2 different colors, and the yellow or the rose, clearly. There's, I don't know if you can see this, sequins around these guys. The back has embroidered Country Queer on the yoke. And then, to make it even cooler, on one sleeve, you get the CQ. So once a month, we're going to be drawing for these on the band leader level. But here's where the secret level comes in. If you go $480 a year on PayPal, that's the rock star level, and you just automatically get one of these guys. And we're going to guarantee it's going to fit you. Because if one of the existing 4 doesn't fit, Sari at Jukebox Mama has agreed to go find a vintage shirt that's in your size and do this to it. So you're going to get a one-of-a-kind piece, and these guys would be retailing for $200 on our website, on our Etsy, if we in fact sold them on our Etsy. Okay, you have absolutely been very patient with this, and once again, the URLs are down there. So go and become a member right now. Without any further begging or proffering, I'm gonna get over to a friend of mine, a person who's dear to me, who's been involved with Country Queer from a very early time. Gosh, I first met Mia in person when we did our one and only Country Queer live event shortly before the lockdown. And Mia's a terrific artist, and subsequently became a contributor to Country Queer, and has been an integral part of the organization. In some ways, I feel like is the soul of what we do. But you're going to get to experience Mia's incredible artistry right now.
Hey everybody, I'm Mia Byrne. Have you ever been afraid to walk down the street? Or worry if people judge the way you speak? 'Cause some throw names and some throw stones. On a good day, I get left alone. And I've made my life crying for a living. Some folks ask me what got you so down. Well, I've been kicked up, spit on, and pushed around. Everything I got is from going through things I wouldn't wish upon any of you. But I made my life crying for a living. Oh, for a living. And all I gotta say is I put out what I'm given. When you live in a world full of heartache, it makes sense to sing about heartbreak. And I've made my life crying for a living. Pent up anger and frustration. So many of us in the same sad situation. All that hate piles up on you. Some dust it off but don't make it through. So I make my life crying for a living. Oh, for a living. And all I gotta say is I put out what I'm given. When you live in a world full of heartache, it makes sense to sing about heartbreak. And I've made my life crying for a living. And I gotta find a way to track the tears I've cried. So I sing for the ones that get lost, cast aside. Oh, for a living. And all I gotta say is I put out what I'm given. Live in a world full of heartache, makes sense to sing about heartbreak. And I made my life crying for a living. I made my life crying for a living. I made my life crying. I made my life crying for a living.
I first got involved with country queer because they wrote about me and I wasn't expecting it. And when I saw it, it was wonderful and made me feel so good and seen, which is part of the reason why country queer exists. Country queer is one of the greatest resources for all queer and trans musicians, and one of the few places where we have a platform where we control the platform, quite frankly. You should see our Slack conversations. It's quite fantastic. But aside from that, it's just a wonderful bunch of kooky, lovely people that I get to publish with. I mean, it's fantastic. Look at this event today. I would point around to all the people on stage with me, except I completely forgot I wasn't on stage for a second. There was a moment, a sweet, sweet moment when you gave to me all the emotion, every bit of love you could wrangle free. Forever wasn't reached, so it seemed, but I couldn't let that be. I don't hurt no one no more. Don't hurt no one no more. There was a memory, a sweet, sweet memory of what could have been. Watching velvet sunrise cross the circles round your eyes in our unmade bed. Believe me, all I told you was true. I just couldn't give myself to you. I don't hurt no one no more. Don't hurt no one no more. Oh, sugar darling, I can't keep falling. My love only causes pain. Ooh, ooh. So here we are, baby. I don't know if I'll make it to my own bitter end. I got so much to uncover, to learn to be your lover, let alone your friend. So please let me move on. I wish I didn't have to be gone. I don't hurt no one no more. 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 No, no. Don't hurt no one no more. Don't hurt no one no more. Ooh, don't hurt no one no more. Don't hurt no one no more. Please, don't hurt no one no more. Don't hurt no one no more. This song.
Wow.
Don't hurt no one.
That was totally cool. And the ending caught me a little bit off guard. But I'm back, and I'm trying to negotiate my software. So, hi. Wow, that was so great. Mia, you know, I got to say, like, I listened to Mia's last record, and was this was fairly far into our relationship, and I feel a little guilt about that. But you know, I was like, this is my kind of music. Personally, you know, guy who's really into sort of, you know, rock, folk, Americana, and she's right there with that stuff. Killer writer. Okay, so I've got another very special guest here to just talk with you for a second. And this is the amazing, adorable Karen Pittleman.
Songs have saved my life more than once, and it's not like everything I listen to has to reflect my own experiences back to me, but something really profound happens when you hear someone sing your truth. That's why we have to fight for our country music that holds all of our truths. And that's why I really hope you'll support Country Queer, because they're doing an amazing job of getting the word out about all of the incredible queer and trans people who are making country music right now.
Thank you, Karen. Well, the next thing on my script is to go through the pitch again, but I checked the numbers, and it seems like we didn't get any new people from the time that I went through the pitch the last time. So I'm not gonna sort of go through the whole thing. I just will say I'll try and give you an abbreviated version. You know what we're trying to do here. We're claiming this music as our own. We're reclaiming it. This is music that we love, and we want to be able to love it openly. Does that sound familiar? So that's our mission, and becoming a member of Country Queer right now will allow us to fulfill our mission. We have done this so far mostly through tons and tons of volunteer hours, and that cannot continue. So your membership in Country Queer is absolutely vital to us being able to fulfill our mission. I'll quickly run through some of this. Oh, you know what? I'll show you something that I didn't show you before. If you sign up at the soloist level, you could get one of these. I love these very much. The copper pin. But if you don't like the copper pin, you can get this also extremely excellent enamel pin. So just let me know. Again, you can have the patch cap, which is pretty popular. You can have the embroidered cap if you sign up at the band leader level. So you get your choice of those things. And the way to do it, and you can do this while I'm talking here so as to not interrupt your things. You can sign up for these at Patreon if you want to do a monthly recurring membership, or if you want to do one at a single payment in advance for 16% off. A year in advance is what I'm trying to say. That is the way to do it. I will actually show you the tiers and the benefits. I'm probably not going to talk through them in complete length, but you can see here what happens if you chip in at the $6 a month level on Patreon or $60 a year on PayPal to join the rhythm section. Those things on your screen are what you get. And if you go up to the $12 a month level on Patreon or the $120 year on PayPal, though you are a soloist, and you get the spotlight. So you get all the things that the rhythm section gets, plus those other cool things that you can read there for yourself. If you are a band leader at $24 a month on Patreon or $240 a year on PayPal, you get all of those things plus your name on our wall of fame on our website. We're going to do a podcast shout out, one per episode, to a band leader, and you get your choice of, as I showed you, those hats, or we got tank tops and t-shirts as well, and the chance at, let me see if we can do this, one of these sweet embroidered shirts that I'm wearing, and I've got the other sort of color here. That's what it looks like on the back. on the yoke. It's pretty amazing, and these are done by Jukebox Mama of Nashville, who creates outfits for Jaime Wyatt. So it's good shit, man. And I got one on right now, as you can see. So let's see what's next. Oh, this is gonna be so good. This next person, they will tell you there's a special relationship here with Country Queer, and I am extraordinarily proud of this person is sort of emblematic of what we're able to do, and she'll tell you a little bit about how that happened, but they're now beginning to get the attention that they very richly deserve, and you're about to find out why. So, Dorje.
Got it. Okay. Hi, lovies. I'm Dorje the Singing Shaman, and this is my bandmate, Bram. We're so excited to be a part of Country Queer's taking flight and kicking off their fundraising, crowdfunding program. And Country Queer means a lot to me. Adeem featured me in the Buried Treasure article, and it's the first time that my music had ever been reviewed. This was last year. And since then, Country Queer has really been so instrumental in amplifying my art and my voice. And I just can't thank Dale and the rest of the staffers at Country Queer enough. And we're gonna perform a few songs for y'all. So, this first song we're gonna do is called New Kind of Outlaw. It is the title track to my debut album. And I wrote this song about my own experiences trying to navigate the country music industry and working around some barriers to entry. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of outliers and marginalized people who create country music that don't necessarily feel like they're welcome. And I feel that the song is for all of you. So this is called New Kind of Outlaw. I'm a new kind of outlaw. Can you see past the dirt on boys? Cause I'm a new kind of outlaw. You'll see I ain't wearing no Daisy Dukes. My fro is to the roof, and I ain't here to look cute. I'm a new kind of outlaw, so no mainstream radio. When you're a new kind of outlaw like me, they're feeling your black queer flow. My ass is fat, and CMT forgot to air my show. Country music, what you gonna do? New kind of outlaw, so my voice ain't sugar and sweet. If I have to be, then I will be an outlaw. I am riding by drinking beer, and down by the river, my new old truck partying. I'm a new kind of outlaw. Can there be a spot for us all? So many of us feel like outlaws. Where's real community? All of us together. I love country music. Will country music love me? Cause I'm your new wild child. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. God sang we shall be free, and radio been tell me why we have been outlawed. Different standards for our girl McGee. Only just too big is an outlaw. Shout out to Linda Montel, Valerie June, our native daughters, Reese, Ruby, Donna, Mason, tired being outlaws. Viola on your war ballads, and maybe we don't have to be outlaws. So here's just one more fact for the target on my back, reminding you of country music is black. So tell me what you're gonna do. So tell me what you're gonna do. Hey, 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 hey. Tell me what you're gonna do. Tell me what you're gonna do.
So, Country Queer, again, like I was saying, has been so supportive of my art and my album. I love how they pull themes into their articles and then apply that to so many different artists and specific songs. And I've been really lucky that they have featured several of my songs in that way over the last multiple months. Yeah, I'm so excited to be able to, when it's safe to do so, get on the road and connect with some of my other fellow country queers and perform together on stage. But in the meantime, we're gonna do another song for you. The song we're gonna do is about my grandmother. This is called Grandma Lovey's House. And when you listen to the actual recording on my album, if you go and check that out, streaming everywhere, you can check it out on Bandcamp. Yeah, you'll see the instrumentation takes a bit of a reggae direction along with those country elements. And it was just really fun to stretch myself creatively. We'll keep that in. Blooper reel for y'all. Yeah, it was just really fun. And this song was really important to just be able to honor my grandmother. She was my best friend. We were thick as thieves. She was such an incredibly talented musician. And, you know, for a lot of reasons for me, I started pursuing music really late in life. And my grandmother passed away before she ever got to see me on stage. She passed away a few years ago. And I just wanted to have a song that I could perform for folks that I could feel like I could channel her energy and bring her into the space so you all could connect with her as well because she was so special. So this song is called Grandma Lovey's House. When I'm feeling low and my heart needs to grow, thinking of you's where my mind tends to go, wanting to feel your arms around me again, loving me up like only you can. Wish I could go back and live those memories closer than can, shining like the stars, singing Johnny Reed. Kitchen table playing cards. Wish I could go back and live those memories. Another milestone comes, takes my breath away. Press play in my mind of a long gone day, wanting to feel your arms around me again, loving me up like only you can. Wish I could go back and live those memories closer than can,
shining like the stars, we're rolling out dough, eating cookie batter from the bowl. Wish I could go back and live those memories. Grandma, love you. I miss you. Wish I could go back and live those memories closer than can, shining like the stars. Each your love feel through. Everybody's counting my mood. Yeah, wish I could go back, Grandma, love you, and live those memories. Applause. Listening. Oh, country queer fans, I hope y'all are having a great time. I am included in such an incredible lineup here tonight. Aaron and Jaime and Myra, I'm so honored to be included with you on this evening of performance, and you're such incredible artists, and I think all of us can agree of how wonderful country queer has been to us, and just a place and a community that really does feel like home. And yeah, that's something for me that I just value so much, and why I feel country queer is so important and has the opportunity to benefit so many artists. And I don't just feel like artists who are within the LGBTQ 2S+ community, you know, artists who are BIPOC as well, and other artists who just would be able to get some exposure to different musical perspectives, different sounds, artists from different lived experiences. I think that's so important. And yeah, I hope that all of you are enjoying this show, and when the time comes, you're able to help out Country Queer with their crowdfunding campaign. Okay, we got a little serious there, and we're gonna take it a little bit serious with this next song. This song is called Haunting, and I wrote this song to actually touch on toxic masculinity and relationships that I've had in the past with men, either romantic or, you know, relationship with my father. And a lot of times just seeing a cycle and a theme of men who are really emotional and have these really complex layers, but that being expressed through aggression and anger, and usually directed at the ones that love them the most. And I think that really speaks to kind of a greater theme at large of our men, whatever man you are, of feeling like it is safe for you to express your feelings, and that your mental and emotional health is really important. And it's totally okay for you to, you know, not be okay, and to be vulnerable, and to allow those around you to support you in that way. So yeah, this song is called Haunting. I ain't never wrote a song about you, no matter how many times I got hearts tell me to. Ain't got nothing to write about shit you put us through. Hands up, voices loud, looking like you're on the move. My daddy said concrete is concrete and wood is wood. You can grind it or fine, it'll still be wood. Life has a way of grinding down to the pain. Haunting to think you'll do it all again. Hands reaching out, you push away. Choose to give your spot up in the rain. You're lying when you say you're okay. Choose to give your spot up in the rain. You're alone in a crowded room. No matter what anyone do, they're abandoning you. At least that's what your mind is telling you is true, yeah. The world has truly got it out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Dorje. Wow. You saw what I was saying in the chats. Dorje is a very special person and holds a very special place in the hearts of, I think, everybody at Country Queer. And now you know why. That was beautiful. Dorje also expressed her regrets at mispronouncing Mia's name, so she reached out to me to ask Mia for forgiveness. So there's that. Hey, listen, we've got another person who would like to speak for a moment, and this is, well, he'll tell you who he is.
Hey everybody, it's Waylon Payne. I wanted to take a second to shout out to the folks at Country Queer. They have been probably one of the staunchest supporters of me since this album came out, and have done a heck of a job giving me publicity and promoting it. And they do the same for a lot of other artists in the country music field. They're in a little trouble right now, so hit them up here and make a donation if you can. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thank you, Waylon. Okay, well now comes pitch time again. If there's anybody in the audience, if you, I guess this is the way they do it professionally, they look right through the screen as if they're speaking into your heart. So let me try that. If you have not yet become a member of Country Queer, we really honestly need that. And as you probably know by now, our mission is to create a space where queer folks can feel completely themselves while enjoying the music that they love. And we do this, as you know, by lifting up LGBTQ plus voices. And we've, as you may or may not know, we've got the website. That's the thing that most of you, I think, are familiar with. And we put out 6 freaking articles a week on the website, thanks to our tireless contributors, our writers, and behind-the-scenes editorial staff. And we also have a podcast that comes out once a month, hosted by the inimitable and unpronounceable of that word, Rachel Kolst, who does a deep dive with one queer country folk or Americana artist in each episode, with an in-depth interview and samples from their catalog and influences and so forth. We've had Amethyst Kia on there. We have had Paisley Fields, who you saw earlier. We will be having Karen and the Sorrows, Karen Pittleman, in our next episode. And we have also on that podcast, and I say we, it's Rachel, have interviewed our headliner tonight, Erin Lee Tasjan, or maybe this next artist is our headliner. We've also interviewed, I think, possibly even the first episode of Country Queer Spotlight, our podcast, was about Jaime Wyatt. I love Jaime dearly. And once you sit through another pitch, we will get to Jamie's performance. So I hope you guys are having a good time so far tonight. I feel like we've been graced by some really special music and some really special artists. So I feel really grateful to be able to enjoy an evening like this with y'all, and to have this happen during Pride, and to have this happen during a period where many of us feel lucky enough to believe we see a new dawn on the horizon after a very long, very dark night. And as we I think we emerge from that night, we see a lot of hope and a lot of possibilities, even while we mourn and grieve. Those who didn't make it with us, and in some ways the selves that we were and have left behind as we step into this new day. So I've got a lot of hope here, and I especially have hope because I'm surrounded by you. We're creating a community here, and that's a very special thing, and I think it's a really important thing, and I think it's a really timely thing, and I think it's the right people at the right time in the right place to actually begin to shift some things. So becoming a member of Country Queer is a really tangible sign of that, and I'm going to strongly urge you to do that at whatever level you're comfortable with. As we may have seen, this will certainly yield you an excellent bumper sticker, which you don't actually have to put on the bumper of your car. You can put it on. You can put it on your bike. You can put it on your 3-ring binder if you're in school. You can put it on, I guess, your wall. You could probably put it on like your forehead or something. So you get one of those. You can get, if you sign up at the soloist level, one of these. Take your pick. You can get, if you sign up at the band leader level, one of these. I can't do this. It's backward. Oh, that's not even the right hat. These. You take your pick. Or one of... Here, I'll show you the t-shirts since you didn't see the t-shirts before. There is a t-shirt on a handsome fella who's just a stock model from the shop that prints my t-shirts, but sure he's a nice fella. maybe it's a they. That's one of the t-shirts. We also have another t-shirt. Whoops, how do we do this? The gold t-shirt, which is being modeled by another stock model. But these are hip. So the logos that are on these shirts, as well as the tanks, are actually created from a rubber stamp. So my buddies at Designed by Monkeys literally had rubber stamps made of our logo and made a bunch of stamps on a piece of paper and then created this distressed look. And if anybody that's got a tank or I don't have one with me, sadly, a tank or a t-shirt, these logos are super cool because it's very kind of Americana distressed, made from an actual rubber stamp. So it's totally custom. It's not a Photoshop filter. They wanted me to make sure to mention that to you. And the way to get these things, there are two ways. Let me go back to my face here for a second. The two ways are the ways that you see one under each rose. You can do Patreon. That's a monthly recurring membership. Or you can do PayPal. That's a yearly non-recurring discounted membership. So whichever way is the most comfortable for you to become a member, do that. And let me briefly go over for you the tiers of membership, and that's tiers with an I because membership is little but joy and familyhood, such as I'm experiencing right now. We've got a rhythm section tier. If you chip in $6 a month on Patreon or $60 a year on PayPal, you get to be a member of Country Queer. You get an ad-free web experience starting later this summer. You get the bumper sticker I showed you and 10% off on all of our fine merch, including all of this stuff that I showed you before. Oh, and remind me to show you this patch again, because everybody that signs up today is going to get a patch. If you join at the soloist level, stepping into the spotlight to shred a rippin' solo for us at the $12 a month level on Patreon or the $120 a year level on PayPal, you get all of those things plus 15% off all of our killer merch. Premium content such as coverage of celebrities, cool interviews, exclusives 1 week before the general public sees that stuff. Again, coming later this summer. And you will get unedited interviews. You try saying that. That means when we do an interview for a podcast or run one on the website, typically we have to cut it down for a lot of reasons, space reasons usually. And you'll get to see or hear those completely unedited. You will get to ask a question for me to answer on the podcast or for Rachel to answer on the podcast. We're going to pick one question per episode. And you get that cool copper pin that I showed you earlier, or you can have an enamel pin. If you're going to truly rock out and become a band leader at $24 a month on Patreon or $240 a year on PayPal, you get all of that stuff plus 20% off on all of our merch. You get your name on our Wall of Fame on the website. We will give you a shout out on the podcast. We're going to do one of those per episode. And you get your choice of a hat of the kind I showed you, or a t-shirt of the kind I showed you, or a tank top of the kind that I showed you earlier. Lastly, you get to be in a drawing that we're going to have once a month for an embroidered shirt similar to the one that I'm wearing right here. I brought another one because they come in two colors and you get your pick of color and size. We're going to make sure that this thing fits you. These things were created by Jukebox Mama of Nashville, who creates outfits for Jaime Wyatt, who's coming right up. And if you've seen Jaime, dressed, you know that, she doesn't wear just anything. So Jukebox Mama has created these. This is a CQ on the sleeve, which really just is the extra touch, if you ask me. I can't work this thing, help. Here we go. Oh God, I'm hopeless. There we go. And that's on the sleeve. And this is a snap, pearl snap shirt. The yellow ones at this point are on Wrangler, and the pink ones are on Levi's. We currently have 4 of them at different sizes, and if one of those sizes is not you, then Sari of Jukebox Mama has agreed to create one in your size. So we're going to have a drawing for one of these every month, and that brings me to the secret level of membership, which is the rock star level. That's available only on PayPal for a one-time membership of $480, where you get all of the stuff in the band leader level, plus you're guaranteed to get one of these shirts right off the bat. So that was my pitch, and you know where to go do it. Right there. And I hope you guys are having as good of a time as I am. I really do. So the next thing, the next thing I've got, I was supposed to do this earlier, but I'm gonna do it now. We have a pretty special. Whoops, hang on. Okay, I'm good. We're good, and now we're gonna go. It's live. And now we're going to go to Jaime Wyatt, who I adore, and I'm certain that you will too.
Hey, celebrating the Country Queer publication right now, and I'm Jaime Wyatt, and really happy to play for you guys. So let's start off with a few tunes here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show so far, and I hope Country Queer makes a good amount of money tonight, as they should. They've supported my release for Neon Cross very well. I'm very, very grateful to Dale and all the contributors, all the writers. This one's called Goodbye Queen, okay?
Take my feet, I get my make believe. I get my make believe. If you want a lover that leaves, I'll be goodbye queen. Yeah, I'll be Santa and wind. You can count on me to let you down again. I'm afraid you might just break before I bend, and I'd have to swing too hard to turn this thing around. What a bad life makes you cry. Well, I'm searching for paradise. There ain't no trophy or ribbon prize. Do my best to live it right. Do my best to live it right. If you want a lover that leaves, I'll be goodbye queen. Yeah, I'll be Santa and wind. You can count afraid you might just break before I bend. And I'd have to swing too wide to turn this thing around. Say the highways for losers, but you dig all these truck driving songs. Oh, but beggars can't be choosers, so I guess we all gotta play along. Yeah, I guess we all gotta play along. If you want a lover that leaves, I'll be goodbye queen. Yeah, I'll be Santa and well, you can count on me to let you down again. Now I'm afraid you might just break before I bend, and I just need to please leaving in the end. Yeah, I'll have to let you go, my friend, and I'd have to swing too wide to turn this thing around. All right, that was Goodbye Queen. I'm Jaime Wyatt. If you just tuned in, we are here to raise money for Country Queer, celebrate Country Queer. It's a fantastic publication. I'm gonna do one called Just a Woman, even though gender is whatever. Gender is a spectrum, as is sexuality, right? But when it comes to the two genders they gave us, they assigned us, right? Women kind of get, like put in the background sometimes. And I wrote this song for all women. Anybody that's felt silenced, right? And unheard, and So anyways, I sang this one with Jessie Coulter on my album, and she's a classic country singer, a legend. And that was a great pleasure. But anyhow, enough talk here. It's called Just a Woman. I wrote it, and it's on this album called Neon Cross that has been circulating. All right, so... There's not a man in this world I would rather be. Though I have dreamed of taking flight on feathered wings, no, it's not likely. No, it's not likely. When you speak to me like a little girl, and we all need a friend in this changing world. Show me a door that does not close once open. Just a woman, nothing more, nothing less. I can't help what I'm doing. I wanna love to like the rest. Think it over carefully. Wasn't your mama just like me? I'm just a woman. What do I know? they have a special place. No one, my dear, is beholden to such a silly game. Something so yearning, it's something for learning. Here I am, still at home, where you have your fun. When I gave and I give just a bit too much, it's your kingdom, and I have lost before I even tried. I'm just a woman, nothing more, nothing less. Can't help what I'm doing. Wanna laugh and laugh and rest. Think it over carefully. Wasn't your mama just like me? But I'm just a woman. What do I know? I know you'll never see how it's supposed to be. Is it a picture, perfect dream? Well, I'm just a woman. What do I know? Thank you so much, and I'm Jaime Wyatt, if you just tuned in, but that we are celebrating country queer, and I'm so happy that they asked me, and being a country queer person myself, and supporting publication, and seeing what all the writers and what it has done for so many people. It's done a lot for me. Pardon me, I'm just getting over COVID, and you can get that apparently even after being vaccinated, so be careful. But it's a very rare, like 10% chance. So anyways, let's see what else we got for you folks. I was going to do this one called Rattlesnake Girl. It is sort of my coming out story. The whole album really is about coming out, Neon Cross. And, but this one maybe in particular, you know, that moment, I was like, I don't know what the hell, how do you identify, right? And I was like, I don't know how I identify. I'm a rattlesnake girl, right? And I'm looking for a pic, but I don't think I got one. Hell. Don't walk behind me. I've seen people slave that way. But if you try me, boot heels beside me, and I might have to make your day. But I'm trying to keep the overhead low. Desert blanket on a fabulous. I've seen my sweet friends out on the weekend. They all look happy and gay. They keep their secrets all covered in sequins. People have too much to it's a rocky road to town. And I built an island with sagebrush and violence, but you know that lonesome sound. And if you want to see the world from here, get in line for a souvenir. I've seen my sweet friends out on the weekend. They all look happy and gay. They keep their secrets all covered in sequins. People have too much to say. I found my childhood under the pine wood. I am a rattlesnake girl. I am a rattlesnake girl. I am a rattlesnake girl. Cool. It's just a couple more for you. It's really cool. The world's opening up again, and but then we still have this amazing thing of streaming, which it's quite enjoyable. So if you're far away, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. If you're far away from me, then that is like the beauty of, one of the gifts of what came out of this pandemic. We learned about losing, yeah, that too, using technology, right? And I'm gonna grab some water. But I've got a couple more songs. And cheers. I hope you're kicking back and enjoying the show. This one, well, should I do this one? Yeah, it's called, Hurt So Bad. It's also off this album, yeah. And I was born, they should have warned me, and I would have turned my ass around, picked it up and hit the country, and never even make a sound. This time alone won't heal this hurting. There's little changes in between. And I'll be damned if I ain't working. They can take that shit from me. What does it hurt so bad? I lost the best I never had. People say I should be glad, but I lost the best I never had. I don't need to feel a heartbeat. I got too much trouble on my hands. Them swinging doors, they cut right through me. And I gave my money to the man. And I ain't trying to catch fever. but I swear I stood on green lane. That devil holds a diamond needle. This room is filling up with sand. What does it hurt so bad? I lost the best I never had. People say I should be glad, but I lost the best I never had. But in these hard times, no one hold me, 'cause you had to roll me one more time. In these lonely, lonesome valleys, a mountain surround me. Lord, it feels I might be dying. What does it hurt so bad? I lost the best I never had. People say I should be glad, but I lost the best I never had. What does it hurt so bad? My heart's broke, don't stand a chance. People say I should be glad. What does it hurt so bad? Yeah, all right. Country queer supporters, the coolest in the land. I'm Jaime Wyatt, making a ruckus over here, but kind of fun. Yes, I'm gonna do one more song, wrap it up, and give the spotlight over to the other awesome, the other awesome being I'm awesome, the wonderful artists on this thing, and thank you, Dale, again for asking me and being there for all of us country queers. You know, it's a new thing, man. It's a new thing to be queer in country. I didn't want to do it. I mean, rather, I was scared. You know, I was like, I've studied country music for a long time. I don't know if I can make pop music. Like, if I want to come out of the closet, I got to do pop or something, right? But for people like country queer, if not for, gosh, I wouldn't be feeling so free and able to be myself. Thank you. Let's see how this, I'm gonna try this version of Neon Cross with just fingers, so let's see. Oh, I can't seem to get it fast enough, running. I've been running my whole damn life, and I think that it's catching up. You're gonna nail me to a neon cross. All these honky-tonks and strangers, yeah, they tumble through the door. Well, the evening speaks my language, yeah, my dancers paint the floor. So say, goddamn, I'm wearing some pitiful perfume. Dark glasses, gold liquor, jukeboxes, and alligator shoes. Oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. You don't love me. Why don't you nail me to a neon cross? If you don't love me, why don't you nail me to a neon cross? It was fun for a minute too. Now you've thought it through, and I guess that we can call it in. You see, life is here to teach me, but it kills me slow and easy. And I know you've got my number, but the check still reads my name. So sad, goddamn, I'm wearing some pitiful perfume. Dark glasses, gold liquor, jukeboxes, and alligator shoes. Oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. You don't love me. Why don't you nail me to a neon cross? So sad, goddamn, I'm wearing some beautiful perfume. Dark glasses, gold liquor, jukeboxes, and alligator shoes. Oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. You don't love me. Why don't you nail me to a neon cross? You don't love me, darling. Why don't you nail me to a neon cross? You don't love me. Why don't you nail me to a neon cross? Woo! Thank you. Very nice to play for you. Very nice. I'm gonna go back to bed, still recovering from this cold, but man, I love you, Country Queer. You just mean so much to me, each and every one of you. And there's so many of us. I'm talking to the writers and the contributors, but also the musicians, the other artists, the people behind the scenes, people that do other things, or just if you feel like you're a country queer. And I appreciate that. I appreciate us having this to share. And a platform. Fuck yes. Love you much, Jaime Wyatt. Peace.
Jaime Wyatt, y'all. Wow. I feel really lucky. And you know, this is like the day after she was able to sing again. Well, very much appreciated, Jaime, and I know that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. So we're about to head into the final act for tonight. It's been a real treat doing this again with you, and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it. Those of you who were here last night might have noticed slightly fewer technical glitches, slightly fewer mental blocks on my end. You know, this is our music too. This is our music too. This is our music too. You know, we deserve it. We deserve it as much as anyone. I'm going to turn this over to a special guest for just a minute.
Hey, I'm Cam, and I am so appreciative of Country Queer. One, because it's a space that's filled with a lot of great talent, and we all need more ways to discover and find and fall in love with great talent. And I think it also just centers the queer community in our country community. And it's just saying, these are the people we need to be lifting up because they're not getting lifted up anywhere else. So it's trying to make up for systemic problems, and it shouldn't have to carry the load of all of that. But I think the exposure that's coming from it and the love that's coming back to these artists is a step in the right direction. It makes me very happy to see it around. So let's support them. Let's keep them going. And yeah, thanks for everything you could possibly give.
Thank you, Cam. Those of you who follow her know that she has a little baby, and it was a real special gesture for her to do this for us, and very much appreciated. So we're going to get to Aaron Lee Tasjan in just a few short minutes. I'm for those of you who may have just arrived, you'll be treated to my little pitch, and for those of you who have been here, I'll try to shake it up a little bit. I don't actually have anything in mind, so I'm going to be shooting from the hip here, and if it ends up sounding remarkably similar to the ones you've sat through before, I'll do better next time. So, as I was saying, this is our music too. And country music hasn't been so welcoming. We've been shut out, along with other voices that deserve to be fully a part of the country music picture. Black voices, Indigenous, people of color, other marginalized voices. So I started Country Queer because I saw that this was happening and that there was a need for us to reclaim country music. I'm not the only guy that's involved in this movement. I'm not the first guy to get involved. I'm just a guy that saw a need and tried to address it. And as you know, we do this through having a website that publishes 6 pieces a week. We've covered over 300 queer country, Americana, and folk artists, which is shocking to me because when we started, I could only think of about 10. And we've managed to have a little bit of an influence in Nashville as well. We're followed by and noticed by some people that are in a position to sort of make some changes there. And we're also establishing our own thing. We're trying to bring together an audience and artists that can prove that we maybe don't even need Nashville. The music industry, the country music industry. So these are core parts of what we're trying to do here, parts of our mission. And so far we've done better than I had anticipated, given the paucity of resources. We've done this so far on mostly volunteer labor, and we can't keep doing it. That's the long and short of it. People have got to start getting paid or else, and but that's going to happen, and the way that it's going to happen is through your support, and you're joining us. You're joining Country Queer through memberships that are available to you right now. I know a lot of you have already signed up, and I'm deeply appreciative of that. Somebody there was counting new memberships, which was pretty hip. I haven't been counting, but thank you to all of you who have signed up so far. And to anyone who has not, this would be a great time because I'm probably going to just bore you for the next minute and a half. But I will show you some pretty cool merch that you will get when you become a member. This is a bumper sticker, but as several people pointed out, it could go on a guitar case. It could go on the side of, or like the back window of like a touring van. Kind of cool, right? A lot of things, a lot of places you can put this bumper sticker. We also, for members, offer these pins. One of these pins, you get your choice. They're both very high quality and very cool. And, oh yeah, remind me about the patch. At a higher level of membership, you get your choice of these 2 hats, or one of these tanks. Tanks. You're welcome. There's the pink tank, Rose. We call it Rose. It's kind of an arty thing. And oops. And this is the gold tank. Oh, that's me behind it. I suppose I could turn that off for a second so you can see the, whoops. Oh yeah, here we go. The beauty that is Jack Nathan Harding modeling our gold tank top. And I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to look like that, but you know, you got a shot. You got a pretty decent shot if that's your goal. Oh yeah, the other thing is if you sign up today, you get one of these patches right here. And these are actually like extremely freaking good patches. Like these are just so high quality, and you get one, no additional charge. And then the other thing that happens is that you do at our highest membership level, you have a chance at getting an embroidered shirt similar to the one that I'm wearing. These come in 2 colors. This is a vintage pearl snap shirt that's got these roses on the front. You can get the yellow, you can get the pink, and it's got this on the back yoke. And let's see if I can do this better than I did it before. On the front sleeve, or on the sleeve, I should say, there's this, right? That's pretty cool. So let me just briefly run through the membership tiers that are available. First, I want to tell you there's 2 ways of becoming a Country Queer member. One way is, let's see if I get it right this time, through Patreon, you can get a recurring monthly membership. The other way is through PayPal. You can do a year in advance, a year membership for that's non-recurring, and it's discounted. So I didn't sound terribly professional doing that, but I'm not professional at this, so you get what you pay for there. So those are the URLs for it, and let me just briefly run through the tiers and the benefits for each tier. So if you join at the rhythm section level, for $6 a month on Patreon or $60 a year on PayPal, you get to be a member of Country Queer. You get an ad-free web experience coming soon. You get the bumper sticker that I showed you, 10% off of all of our killer merch, which involves a lot of what I showed you and even more. If you join at the soloist level, $12 a month on Patreon, $120 a year on PayPal. You get all of that, 15% off of all of our merch, premium content such as celebrity features, 1 week before publication. You get all of our interviews unedited, and you get one Q&A of you get to ask me something, and we'll pick one question per episode to answer of the podcast. Man, I'm really not speaking so coherently. I'm going to try to do this a little bit better. Also, you get a copper pin, much like the one I showed you. If you sign up at the band leader level for $24 a month on Patreon, $240 a year on PayPal, then you're an absolute champ. And you get all of the stuff we mentioned earlier, plus 20% off on all of our merch. You get your name on our wall of fame on the website. We will give you a shout out on the podcast. We're going to do one of those per episode, maybe more. I'm sort of thinking we could probably do more. And you get your choice of the hat, t-shirt, or tank top. And then we're going to have a drawing once a month for the an embroidered shirt, guaranteed to be in your size, because if one of the existing ones, we have 4 existing ones, if one of those is not in your size, then you tell us your size, and Jukebox Mama of Nashville will embroider that for you onto the vintage shirt of your size. If you were listening earlier, you will know that Jukebox Mama of Nashville makes outfits for Jaime Wyatt, including the rattlesnake suit. That's Jukebox Mama. So these shirts are hot shit. And there is a secret membership level available only as a PayPal membership. For $480 a year, you are a rock star, and you get all of the above mentioned benefits, and you are guaranteed one of these shirts right off the bat. You get a shirt. These shirts would go for $200 if I was selling them. So that's the rock star level. If you join at the band leader level, then you are entered in one drawing per month to possibly be able to get one of these shirts. So go right now to patreon.com or paypal.com, whichever method suits you best, and become a member of Country Queer. Go do it right now. Go on. I know you want to hear Aaron Lee Tasjan. You don't want to hear me. I'm going to talk just briefly about Aaron Lee Tasjan, and then we'll get to him. Aaron has had our back for a long time. We fired up our Twitter account probably 2 years ago, maybe, and we had like a little trickle of follows and stuff. And pretty early on, we got a follow from Aaron Lee Tasjan, and it's like, that's cool. And then Aaron Lee was coming to Northern California near where I live, and I DM'd him and I said, hey man, can I come to your performance and interview you? And he was like, sure, let's do this. And, like we had a website that a few people were visiting, but, he didn't have to do this, not at all. And I went there and I bought a ticket, and I went backstage, and he gave me like 45 minutes and answered all of my questions. And I was not an experienced interviewer. I actually went to journalism school, but that was a long time ago, and had not done an interview since then. But Aaron was a wonderful subject, and I published that interview in October 2019, and immediately it became the most popular thing on our website and continues to draw traffic because Aaron is just a ton of fun. And so this gesture of him performing for us is just another example of how much he believes in our mission. And Aaron reaches out to me, like regularly, and is just incredibly supportive. So thank you, Aaron. And I appreciate you. So without making you wait any longer, Aaron Lee Tasjan.
I tend to think I'm dying, something I get from my mama. I'm only happy crying and smoking too much marijuana. Well, I'm just a man with nothing left to disguise. Yeah, my love's a lonely laser beam. Sorry if I shoot out your eyes. Da-da boys, I bleed to love. Gaga girls, you're my drug. My heart is wild, but it's true. Beating like a speeding train for you. I love anyone it tells me to. If there's a space in this city, someone's trying to fill it. I'll be impossibly pretty. Yeah, they keep trying to kill it. Well, they don't see me. Oh, but would it kill them to try? I know I make them uncomfortable, but I'm just living my life. Da-da boys, I bleed to love. Gaga girls, you're my drug. My heart is wild, but it's true. Beating like a speeding train for you. I love anyone it tells me to. Nah. I love anyone it tells me to. Well, hanging from the mouth of a beautiful world. Oh, we ain't nothing but crooked teeth. Some have holes, some are gold. Yeah, we all shine somewhere underneath. Oh, da-da boys, I bleed to love. Gaga girls, you're my drug. My heart is wild, but it's true. Beating like a speeding train for you. I love anyone it tells me to. Na-na-na-na. I love anyone it tells me to. Da-da boys, Gaga girls, da-da boys, Gaga girls. Yeah. Hey everybody. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in for this important and wonderful concert. So many great artists. It's an honor to share space with those artists. It's an honor to be here with you for the reason that we're here today, which is our dear friends at Country Queer. It's a really cool thing to see spaces like that popping up, and I think they might be a leader, in that space. So it feels special to be here today, and I thank you for the opportunity to share some time with you on the internet. All right. One of the things that I love about queer country music is how it pushes the boundaries of country music, and
all my favorite artists are doing that right now. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that's playing this show. I'm really proud of y'all. But also, yeah, there's just some really great music being made by folks like Allison Russell. If you don't have her new record, Outside Child, highly recommend checking it out. But I love where everybody's taking the country music thing, and I'm excited about it, man. Here's a country song for you. Wrote this in Memphis, Tennessee. I played there. It was like only my second or third time ever playing there, and a lot of times, the first couple times through town, or even the first couple years through town, or even the first decade or so through town, there's not a lot of people at the gig. And this particular night, this one lady came, man. Just one. She looked like maybe she was, in her like early 70s, and she had on leopard print spandex pants and had a red handkerchief tied around her neck, and she looked cool. And me and my friend Bonnie got up on stage to start playing. That's Bonnie Whitmore. She's another one to check out. And the lady said, right when we got up there, she said, "I hope y'all don't mind if I dance." And I was at that point in time, I thought, man, that's my hero right there. If I could just be 70 years old, standing around somewhere in some spandex leopard pants with a red bandana tied around my neck, getting ready to dance, I'm gonna be all right. Yeah, we're all gonna be all right. Her soaking leather jacket was heavy as the pain in the Memphis rain. In the Memphis rain, diamond drops are sparkling on the zipper and the chain. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, please. My old friend, come back around again. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain. His CP 750 is taking her away. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain. That motorcycle madman has stole her heart away. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain, please. My old friend, come back around again. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain. Wishes are like lightning, so don't you move too slow. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain. Well, the pain comes when you touch one, and have to let it go. In the Memphis rain, in the Memphis rain. Silver
Memphis rain. In the Memphis rain. Oh, in the Memphis rain. Yeah. There you go. That's that Memphis rain for you. Hey, man, you know what? I got a feminine walk. Always been a working man, traveling for the rock and roll bands. I got rags like a drag queen dream, coming undone at the seams. I get a 1 look, 2 look, 3 look, 4 every time I'm at the bathroom door. You've seen Boy and Bowling and Jagger too, Grace Jones, Joan Jett, but 2 on Foo. I got a feminine walk. I got a feminine walk. Yeah. Rolled out of New York City like Metropolitan Conway Twitty. Got my smoker's scarf and a Brooklyn law. Used a pseudonym and a crush on him. Well, I made things for my girl a little too hard at the Nero's Hotel on her boyfriend's credit card. Yeah, he was a sugar daddy with $sign eyes. I think he started Spotify. I got a feminine walk. Woohoo! I got a feminine walk. I got legs for days. I've got a million ways. Oh yes, I've got a feminine walk. Yeah. Came down to the guitar town to follow Tin Pan Todd around. Well, I tried to learn his magic tricks. I mostly got his Adderall fix. Then I feel for a boy and drag it play, and I dance the lonely nights away. When up walks this girl that saves my life, with a love that cuts like the random knife. I got a feminine walk. I got a feminine walk. I got legs for days, and I got a million ways, yeah. Oh, I got a feminine walk. I got a feminine walk, yeah. All right. Oh. Yeah, that's right, man. You know how it is. We're just keeping it real. You know, at 8 years old on the mean streets of Wisconsin. You know, not always the easiest place to keep it real. Have you ever been to the Dells, man? You know. All right. I'm going to do a couple more here for you. This is so much fun. Thank you guys again for joining us. It's such an important thing that we're doing here today. You know, supporting you know, people who you know, give support to great art, and you just can't get enough of that kind of stuff. Not for my money, anyhow. So yeah, man, I'm gonna play a couple more here for you. I'll do this one. I wrote this song for singers, really, you know, for myself, you know. So this is for, you know, if you're a singer, this song's for you. I'm writing it to myself, you know. So if I'm critical at all, it's not of you. It's just of me. But you know. day till I'm taking a walk. One more night where I can't even talk. One more night on these dirty sheets, all wrapped up and ill at ease. One more thought that I can't escape. One more singer they love to hate. One more ghost in the doorway waits to haunt my dreams and seal my fate. There's a songbird singing, I'm laying on the floor. Well, something feels right that has never felt right before. Christmas bells are ringing, and here comes the girl next door. Something feels right that has never felt right before. One more dream I will put to rest. You can't hold everything to your chest. Your mind will wander, your heart will ache. Oh, your back will break and your hands will shake. 'Cause one more guy will say something strange. Your ride to the high road is out of range. Don't let the thing that kills you inside throw you worst into overdrive. There's a songbird singing, I'm laying on the floor. Well, something feels right that has never felt right before. Christmas bells are ringing, and here comes the girl next door. Well, something feels right that has never felt right before. Alright, alright. One more soon to be has-been smiles. In anyone's shoes you can walk for miles. And then one day strap on your own and find you have to walk alone. There's a songbird singing, I'm laying on the floor. There's something feels right that has never felt right before. Christmas bells are ringing, and here comes the girl next door. Something feels right that has never felt right before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something feels right that has never felt right before. Oh, yeah, that's a songbird there for you. Man, thank you guys again so much. What an honor, what a pleasure, what a privilege. I can't say it enough. I love country queer. I learn about so much new music that I love. All my favorite people are on there, pushing boundaries, making this space more inclusive for everybody, making really great music. You know, kudos country queer. I love y'all. Hell, I am one of you. I'm one of those. Yeah, it's interesting, you know. I've been writing about queer stuff in my music for a long time, and nobody ever asked about any of my lyrics in that regard until I got interviewed by Dale for the first time ever for Country Queer. So thanks for helping me feel seen, man. I always wanted to talk about that stuff, but no one ever asked me about it. This one's off of my Silver Tears album that came out in 2016, based on a combination of true stories. Call this a hard life.
Well, smoking dope is dopey, gets you busted by old Smokey, and it's no way to love Jesus or yourself. Oh, I guess that's why I do it. I'm trying to get through it and die before I have to ask for help. It's a hard life, everybody knows. It's quite a feat how they keep stepping on your toes. It's a hard life, so people get ready. They give you loose gravel and call it rock steady. Give you loose gravel and call it rock steady. There's a redneck bummer in an H2 Hummer, and he sure does hate the queers. I guess some life choices is cries for help that nobody ever hears. It's a hard life, everybody knows. It's quite a feat how they keep stepping on your toes. It's a hard life, so people get ready. They give you loose gravel and call it rock steady. Give you loose gravel and call it rock steady. It's a hard life. Ooh, yeah. Well, I've been sitting here for days just counting all the ways that everybody's done me wrong. Too stoned to understand that all my big plans was only gonna end up a song. It's a hard life, everybody knows. It's quite a feat how they keep stepping on your toes. It's a hard life, so people get ready. They'll give you loose gravel and call it rock steady. Give you loose gravel and call it rock steady. It's a hard life. Ooh, yeah, it's a hard life, but that's alright. Hey, that's alright. Ooh, yeah, oh, that's alright. Whoa! Oh. It might be a hard life, but y'all take it easy, man. It's gonna get beautiful. I feel it already. I feel pretty beautiful today. I don't know about you. I love you, country queer. We'll see y'all soon. My name's Tasjan. I hope I'm saying that right.
Holy crap. Aaron Lee Tasjan, wow. Yeah, like Darren said, we're
Holy
very
crap.
lucky. Oh, hang on a second. I've got to mute my YouTube feed. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, we are very, very lucky to have this kind of music over the last couple of days. I guess it's because the artists are into what we're doing. Nobody I approached said no. This lineup came together really quickly because every single person I asked said, "Yeah, I'll do it," and so I guess they see the value in what we're doing. I don't know that an Aaron Lee Tasjan or a Jaime Wyatt or a Mary Gaucher or a Jamie Harris benefits much by country queer directly in terms of helping their career or getting publicity. We're still kind of small potatoes in the media world, but I guess they see the benefit to the community that we're creating, helping to create. We're all doing this. Like, I just thought, that maybe this would be an interesting thing to put out there, and then people started getting into it and finding it and sharing it, and you are one of the most important people that has done that, as evidenced by the fact that you're here tonight. That I would imagine by now you have become a member, And I mean, I think we're all fortunate to be in this place at this time. And I feel a responsibility to make the best of it. And I thank you deeply for your contribution to this community and to what we're doing. So thank you, Aaron, for contributing your talents. Thank you, Jamie, for contributing your talents. Thank you, Dorje. Thank you, Mia. And from last night, thank you, Jamie, Mary, Chris, and Heather, and Adeem. And thank all of you guys for coming. If by any chance you haven't joined yet, as soon as I say goodbye, please go to one of these 2 web addresses and sign up. This show will be archived, so you can enjoy it again. Last night's show is archived as well, so you can enjoy that one again. Please tell all your friends about Country Queer, and I'll see you around. Happy Pride.